everybody. Glad you're with us. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the New York Mets taking on the Houston Astros. Coming up on the first pitch, and our pitcher in this game, Framber Valdez. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every 4th or 5th day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season that can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know he's got good stuff, and he should be really good in this one today.
And that skips into dirt. That's out to center field. Dubon has a beat on it. He's there. He's got it. One down. And here's the opening day lineup for the Mets. Chris, this team was outstanding in 2024. What kind of encore can we expect this year?
They gave the Dodgers an amazing battle in the NLCS, Boog, before LA went on to win the World Series. Few breaks here or there, and maybe it would have been the Mets' year.
No, that's out.
But it's been almost 40 seasons since they won a World Series. You know there's a definite hunger around this franchise.
The lefty, the 1-0. And there's the strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout. 2 down, bases empty. Juan Soto now. That's in there. 0-1.
0-1.
2 outs, bases empty. And 2 now as he swings through it.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Up with it, fires to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. On to the bottom of the first. No score. Back here at Daikin Park. And on the mound today, Kodai Senga. What do we have on him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Let's take a look at the Astros opening day lineup, Singy. They've gotten used to success in Houston.
Absolutely, Boog. I mean, it was a shock to see him get bounced in the wild card round last year. It was the first time they hadn't at least made it to the ALCS since 2017. I wouldn't be surprised if they get back there this season, though.
Strike 2. Packed house here at Daikin Park.
0-2.
1 out, bases empty. Foul tip into the mitt, struck him out. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Just missed.
1-0.
And it's fouled away. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Stays alive. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Good eye in that spot.
Looks like he thinks that should have been a strike at the top of the zone, but doesn't seem to be too upset. That's just a case where I think he's
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. Scoreless after 1. Top of the second, and now it's Mark Vientos.
Third baseman, Mark Vientos.
Valdez back to work. Valdez,
That's the ball.
multi-time All-Star. He features a sinker, a curve, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. Next offering is in for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Kicks and deals. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. And that's a strike. For Lindor, being drafted out of Montverde Academy, he's a guy that's turned into one of the best all-around players in the game. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
This one in the dirt. And that one inside and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Here's Pete Alonso. And that drops in for a strike. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. He circles the bases, his first homer of the year, and that's how they take the lead. It's 3-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Here's Brandon Nimmo, and that's in the dirt.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
And now 2-0.
That's a ball.
Valdez. Maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
He swings and fouls one off. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Francisco Alvarez. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. That's in there. 0-2 now. And that one missing
ball, 2
inside
strikes.
a sharp slider. And a ball evens the count. Already 3 runs across in the frame here on opening day.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Throw to first. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt.
0-1.
On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
Top of the zone for a called strike. 2 gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across here at the top of the second.
1-2.
That's inside, and that's ball 2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
And that's misses. Counts full, 3-2.
Full count.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Laboring here, about to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Ground ball, Walker. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Mets get 3 on this homer. It's now 3-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now the first baseman, Christian Walker. That clips the zone. It's 0-1.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
And stepping in for the Astros, Yainer Diaz. And that's outside.
That's a ball.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. Siri in position. He's got it, and there's 2 away. So next up for Houston, Isaac Paredes.
Isaac Paredes.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. And that one missing low.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And now it's even up.
2-2.
That one is upstairs.
Count is full.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Swing and a miss at 96. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing there for Houston. They trail in this one 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the DH, Starling Marte. First pitch just misses.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His 3rd inning, so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one. Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Committed to that breaking ball just a little too much and couldn't pull the bat back in time. You know, once you get it going, it can be so tough to stop the momentum of that barrel. Good pitch, had him fooled.
McNeil takes low, second trip to the plate in this one. Next pitch is outside.
One. 2-1.
Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And that is out of play. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game.
0-2.
It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter. A swing and a miss. That retires the side. And back here in Houston at the plate, John Singleton.
John Singleton.
Ball.
Singleton measures 6 feet even, 255 pounds, and he was a second-round pick back in 2009. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 3. Got him swinging.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it threw off their release point and their mechanics. And they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Now here is Chas McCormick. That one's in there, 0-1. Ripped on a line. Brings it in, and that is that. Astros are down quietly. Still down 3-0. Back here in Houston, start of the 4th, and stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos. Pitch is in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Well, these Mets showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Gets him to chase after that one. Diaz down to first. In time to get him. 1 away in the strikeout.
Well, that's such a critical pitch in terms of execution right there. The pitcher has to finish it. Otherwise, probably gets hit pretty hard. If you leave that out over the plate or you don't get it down enough, quickly turns into something that gets smoked. But if you can place it where he did, it's a really deceptive pitch.
Lindor takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida. Chris, we were excited to watch him pitch. This is a little more along the lines of what we were expecting performance-wise.
Yeah, Boo, great pitchers like this, you may get one opportunity in one inning to get to them, to get some runs up on the board. And if you don't take it then, you may see zeros the rest of the ball game.
1 down, base is empty. Liner, base hit.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And that one is inside ball 1.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
Lindor
balls, one
over at
strike.
first with one away. To third, Paredes. There's one.
He's up.
On to first, double play, and that's the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. And midway in the fourth, it's the Mets 3 and the Astros nothing. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
Second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Astros just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Next one misses. Now 1-2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
And it's through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Here's Mauricio Dubon. Went down on strikes his first time through. There's a strike.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
And that's outside. And the count even 1-1. The Astros trailing by 3 here on opening day.
Ball.
Next offering is down low.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And now it's filled up.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. Got it. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Here's Yordan Alvarez. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. There's a strike at the knees.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Man at first, 1 away. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That's the ball.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Walker batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. On the ground to third, tags the runner, goes to second, safe there. Over to first, safe. And now it's going to be Yainer Diaz. Fly to center his first time. Just missed. Alvarez, the lead runner at second. Walker at first, 2 out of the inning. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2. Two outs. And a swing and a miss. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. 2 left for the Astros. They trail it here 3-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Brandon Nimmo.
Valdez back to work. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
0-1.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Bennett Sousa preparing to come on if needed. Dubin warming up as well. And a bunt towards third. Paredes fires over to first. Bunt attempt doesn't work. They get the out.
Perhaps he rushed just a little bit, didn't set the angle as the infield was back right there, and that's pretty much a gimme for a bunt base hit. Just didn't quite put it where he wanted to right there.
Alvarez batting with one down, takes a strike.
0-1.
Swing and a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way.
Now
Solid
batting,
swing
the
from
center
start to
fielder,
end, on
Jose
time with
Siri.
everything.
Now pitching
New
for
pitcher
the
on now,
Astros.
Sean Dubin. The
Number
offense will need to be
66.
ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball.
Dubin.
And now it's Jose Siri. There's a swing and a miss.
0-1.
That's in there. And the count is 0-2. And a curve misses outside.
Well, that's kind of what you
1-2.
expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
In the air, right side. And that is foul. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Makes a nice running catch. And that's the third out. So a strong showing there from the Houston bullpen. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Mets 3 and the Astros nothing. And we're back. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5. Isaac Paredes. That's in for a strike.
Well, these Astros, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Nimmo ranging after it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. John Singleton digs in now. His first at bat was a strikeout.
Singleton.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball.
1-2.
Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
That's a little bit low. Up and in, 3-0. And there's the automatic. Pop foul out of play off to the right. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Swings through that.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Pitch kicks away. And now a man into scoring position.
That's a tough spot for the catcher, Boog. No chance of stopping the outside pitch, and now the runner moves up. Those moments can be really frustrating.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Mets 3 and the Astros nothing. Top 6. Jeff McNeil stands in.
Second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
That misses, and that is ball 1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Takes it in for the out. And now it's Juan Soto. Both 2 in this one. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. Soto measures 6 feet 2 inches, 26 years old, and he's a former home run derby champ. Next offering misses, and now 2-0.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
Got a little anxious on that changeup right there, and tells you he's ready to hit a fastball. If he can let that thing get deeper as he recognizes it out of the hand, tell you what, he could be circling the bases.
Hauls it in, 2 away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. And the batter now, Mark Vientos. This one blasted the other way, down the line, and it's a foul ball.
Well, pitcher's probably thinking he's a little late on that pitch, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed him up, not give him something off speed that he can handle.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Out towards right center field. McCormick on the run. Grabs it on the run. And that'll do it. Nothing doing here this half. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Mets 3 and the Astros nothing. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve.
Altuve always seems to be setting records or reaching milestones, Boog. In 2023, he became the fastest player to reach 2,000 career hits, 200 home runs, and 200 stolen bases in MLB history.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And that skips into dirt. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Did miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
Center fielder
Mauricio Dubon up next for the Astros. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Now, Yordan Alvarez. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. With the tying run at the plate here on opening day. On a line. Reaching for it and brings it in. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with one out.
Now batting, first baseman.
And now it's Christian Walker. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And a base hit knocks in a run. The throw in. And he's out.
That's heads-up play right there. The outfielder knowing he has no shot at the runner at home, so comes up trying to cut that runner off at third and does a really nice job. Got to appreciate that.
Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. And that one pulled foul. Walker off of first with 2 away. Swing, and the bat went flying there.
Well, we talk about throwing the hands, but not the bat, man. You want to hold on to that thing, and you can see his teammates over there. If he doesn't come through with the knock, he's going to get some business when he goes back to the dugout.
0-2 now. Line drive. And foul ball. One run across in the frame so far here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he keeps putting up the Ks. That's number 11. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We're through 6 full. It's the Mets 3 and the Astros 1.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound.
Number
Taylor
50.
Scott.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And a foul ball. Got him looking. 1 away.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after it.
The Astros have some action in their pen. Brian Abreu up and loosening in the pen. Sousa, the lefty, warming up as well. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
The 1-2. And there's a ball. That one misses, and that's ball 3. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. And it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout.
Now pitching.
Brian Abreu, ready or not, in the game now after the injury.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Nimmo now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
Okay, swing now. He had his mind made up. As soon as that ball left the hand of the pitcher, he was going to swing at it.
Not close
1-1.
with that one. And 1-1. And there's a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
Got it. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Mets, but they still lead it 3-1.
Now pitching to the
We're
New York
back in a new
Mets.
pitcher here to start the bottom of the
Number
seventh.
71.
Sean Reed Foley.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations. Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Toss to Alonso, and they get the leadoff hitter in the seventh.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Up the middle. In the dirt. Nice pick.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like
Now
someone
batting,
added a little
shortstop,
yoga to their daily
Jeremy
routine, if you ask me.
Pena.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Jeremy Pena. He is struck out, and he is walked. And first offering is fouled off. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Threw that
1 ball, 2
fastball
strikes.
right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Just
That's ball
missed.
down.
Boog, I'm not sure how he took that right there. I mean, that was an incredible 2-strike pitch.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Astros go down 1-2-3, and they still trail it here 3-1. We're at the top of the 8th.
Leading off
Here's
for
the
the
catcher
Mets,
for the Mets,
catcher,
Francisco Alvarez. Swings through that one for strike 1. Abreu, a
0-1.
very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his
0-2.
pitches.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Tap foul at the plate.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
No need to deviate from the slider right there. The hitter just not making the adjustment. He came at him with the breaking ball, pitch after pitch in that at bat, and evidently there was no answer for it.
Marte
No,
stands
ball.
in with 2 away as he takes a ball. As a hitter,
That's
there's
inside.
even
That's
more
a ball.
pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Whips it to first on the run. Nicely done for the out. And the Mets go down 1-2-3, and the score stays 3-1.
Now pitching pitching for New
Back
York.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Daniel Nunez.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
McCormick, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Altuve stands in now and watches strike 1. Ball 1 there.
That's the ball. 1-1.
Swing and a foul out of play. The Stros down by a pair here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
And now here is Mauricio Dubon. Right through there for a strike.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
On the ground, right side. Over to first. And the Astros put down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. Through 8 full, it's the Mets 3 and the Astros 1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Bennett Sousa.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
McNeil in the box now. No balls and a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Lance McCullers Jr. up and throwing. Garcia, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Bunting for a hit. Fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or can be bunted right back at a position player.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Doubled up on the slider away. Two-seamer here. Just watch and see.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Altuve slings to first. They get the out on Soto. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. 1 for 3. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
All over that one right there. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Vientos leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Back there. This one's out of here. Into the archways. Kiss that ball goodbye. And they add on. It's 5-1.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Foul ball. That one fouled off. And the polar bear strikes out. Mets had 2 runs on this blast. It's now a 5-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show.
Now pitching for the New York
Back now
Mets.
as they hand the ball to a fresh
Number
arm to start the
33.
bottom of the ninth. A.J. Minter.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Alvarez, the leadoff batter as he swings through it for strike 1. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul.
Ball high.
And that one is in there, called strike 3.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No ball.
The Mets leading by 4 here in the last half of inning number 9. And a good eye
That's the
there.
ball. 1 and 2.
Gets a piece and stays alive. And a 1-2. Hit in the air, left field. Lindor makes the grab for the second out. So it's their last chance in this one. Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. 0 for 3 in this one. First pitch misses. Hit to right, and that should do it. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets collect their first win of the season.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
I want you to get with me. Come slide with me. I got a feeling. Get it crackin' like a killer. In the backyard chillin' with you. I want you to get with me. Come slide with me.
I do want a buttercream beamer with an R&B deep slide straight to the Pelican Bees. A little thick thing, keep it got a feel like she shot you with Davis. Ever since a young, I've been a leader. I'm on the pledge of allegiance. Kid to the public, but to me, I'm like, one day, don't see it. Just to the never say about watching, never hear about. Meanwhile, a few channels down the block, they get the rap by the cops. I can't believe what I see with my eyes. So nowadays, I'm like, good, I'm under to the skies and manifest.